Well, we were one of the first states, Washington and Colorado, 5 years ago. So that $1 billion goes to capital. It's built youth centers in Aurora. It's helped provide school construction money across our state. It's really been terrific. But more importantly than the public revenue has been the tens of thousands of jobs that have been created. It's helped support tens of thousands of workers, created quite a bit of value in our state. And we look forward to continuing to be a leader in the cannabis economy.
Sure, Governor, but to Sarah's question, I think it took you 3.5 years to get the first 500 million of revenue and then only 2 years for the second 500 million. So 5 years or so for the first billion total. How long for the next billion? Is it growing at a very fast pace?
Yeah, so we started 5 years ago, and of course it took a while for retailers and dispensaries to get permitted. This industry is here to stay. We're excited that not only, of course, is Colorado a leader, but we recently passed bills that allow for capital formation, private and public, in the industry. We're looking to lead the way on a lot of different new technologies and really power the industry nationally in terms of point-of-sale systems and chemistry. And especially as more and more states come online, we want to make sure that Colorado companies are in the forefront of powering the growing cannabis industry.
Governor, what about the costs? And I wanted to mention in particular one study in a very respected journal of medicine and University of Colorado School of Medicine researchers looking at 10,000 patients and showing a more than threefold increase in emergency room visits associated with cannabis-related issues like anxiety, acute psychosis, uncontrollable vomiting. I mean, is it too early to call victory here?
Well, in Colorado, this is a matter of personal responsibility. Obviously, the number of emergency room visits pale in comparison to alcohol, which is fully legal in our state and obviously a lot more deadly when taken to excess. Tragically, we lose people every year, even college students, to alcohol poisoning. Adults in Colorado and across the country need to be responsible with your use of alcohol, of marijuana, of cigarettes, whatever you choose to do with your own life and your own health. Do it responsibly. And that's an important message that we have in our state, where voters overwhelmingly chose to regulate marijuana like alcohol.
Governor, do you welcome other states legalizing cannabis, or does it legitimize the whole industry more, or does it concern you that you might lose your advantage that you have?
Well, we have a first mover advantage in Colorado. We know that years from now, we're not going to be as large as other states in terms of sales. That's why we're focused on making sure that we really have a lot of the know-how and the technology that powers the industry nationally based here in Colorado. So we welcome both national and international companies that are working in areas like point-of-sale systems, like technology, like the chemistry piece, to really help make sure that as the industry grows on both coasts and elsewhere in the country, that's also creating continued economic prosperity here in Colorado, and that we're leveraging our first mover advantage into a sustainable advantage, empowering a growing industry.
Speaking of economic prosperity, Governor, I mean, China's a big trading partner for you. I think it's number 3, $8 billion worth of commodities and finished goods in the last year went to China. How's the trade war impacting the farmers in your state? I know you have a huge beef production industry, computers, and others.
You know, it's really awful. I wish that we would stop this brinksmanship and work closely with China, Mexico, and Canada, our nation's 3 biggest trading partners, Colorado's 3 biggest trading partners. Just last week, we had the outdoor retailer trade show here in Denver, Colorado, and almost every company I visited, those located in Colorado and elsewhere, were really worried about the impact of tariffs, having an impact on their bottom line, destroying jobs here in Colorado and across the country, and ultimately costing consumers a lot of money. This huge Trump tax increase in the form of tariffs is having devastating consequences already, not only on consumers, but also in job growth.
Governor, you mentioned that voters voted overwhelmingly to legalize cannabis and talked about the economic benefits it brought. Talk us through why you passed laws restricting oil and gas drilling, given that it could have brought similar economic benefit, and the views of your voters as well.
We have a lot of great jobs in the extraction industry, oil and gas and mining. Our goal has been to provide additional stability around those opportunities. Obviously, they tie in directly to commodities pricing, which we have no direct control over. When prices are high, it's a great source of economic activity in our state. When prices are low, that activity stops. What we did is we moved to a form of local control around that. We had a lot of lawsuits flying. We had a lot of conflicts between different jurisdictions. We basically now allow our county commissioners, our city councils, if it's in a city, to really work directly with the operators to provide the stability we need to create good jobs and, of course, protect our health and safety.